So as far as customers are concerned, we've had customers from small startups here in the Silicon Valley, all the way to big telcos that come in with interest to leverage the lab and use it to realize their Internet of Things dream, right? So we've had startup companies that require storage solutions and networking solutions, which would have cost them a lot of money to buy all this gear and set it up in their own lab environment. But now they could access the lab locally or remotely, free of charge, for a limited amount of time, to test their actual software and make sure that they're ready to go to market.
So within these companies that visit, what types of people are represented?
Sure. So usually the initial briefing is with the CEOs and the CTOs of the companies, who try to come in and see how they could leverage our lab, right? Once that phase is done, they then connect us with their lead developers who are actually working on the IoT solution within their company. We then work with them to figure out the right type of hardware and software that we could provide them to realize their IoT dream. So the initial process is always local, where we bring them in, we try to understand their IoT solution, we try to understand what exactly they would need. And once we're done with that process, they can access the lab remotely. We've got multiple DMCs that secure the network, so they would need to have authentication to get through that network. But once we create the right credentials for them, they should be able to access the lab remotely.
Cool. Well, let's go in and take a look at the lab.
Sure.